It is early morning. The world is quiet. Most people are still asleep, wrapped in comfort, unaware that time is already slipping away from them. Somewhere, a man wakes up with a plan. He has goals. He has ambition. He tells himself today will be different. But within minutes, he reaches for his phone. Notifications pull him in. Minutes turn into hours. The urgency fades. The fire dies before it ever has a chance to burn. This is how most lives unfold. Not through failure in a single moment, but through slow surrender. Through repeated small choices that feel harmless, but quietly shape a life of mediocrity. The harsh truth is this. Most people never succeed, not because they lack talent, not because they lack opportunity, but because they never master themselves. And today, you are about to understand why. Stay with me, because the first truth is uncomfortable, and it will change the way you see your life. Introduction. Success is one of the most talked about ideas in the modern world, yet it is also one of the most misunderstood. From a distance, success looks simple. People see the results. The wealth, the status, the freedom, the recognition. They see the outcome, but they never see the process that created it. And because they do not see the process, they create illusions. They tell themselves that success is reserved for a select few. That it belongs to people who were born different. Smarter. Luckier. More connected. More talented. But this belief is comforting. Because if success depends on things outside of you, then you are not responsible for your failure. The Stoics rejected this way of thinking entirely. They believed that success is not an external reward. It is the natural result of internal order. Of discipline. Of clarity. Of control over your own mind. And this is where most people fail before they even begin. Because real success demands something most people are unwilling to give. It demands responsibility. It demands that you look at your life without excuses. Without illusions. Without blaming circumstances, other people, or bad luck. It demands that you confront the truth. And the truth is not comfortable. The truth is that most people are not held back by the world. They are held back by themselves. By their habits. Their mindset. Their fears. Their daily choices. This is why so many people stay stuck for years, even decades. They are waiting for something external to change, while ignoring the internal patterns that are keeping them exactly where they are. In this video, we are going to strip away those illusions. We are going to uncover the harsh Stoic truths that explain why most people never succeed. Not in theory, but in reality. You will see the patterns. The behaviors. The hidden habits that quietly destroy potential. And more importantly, you will begin to see yourself more clearly. This is not meant to comfort you. It is meant to wake you up. Because once you see the truth, you can no longer go back to ignorance. And once you take responsibility, everything begins to change. Now, let us begin with the first truth, the one that traps more people than anything else. Chapter 1, The Comfort Trap. Comfort is subtle. It does not feel dangerous. It does not announce itself as a threat. In fact, it feels like the opposite. It feels safe. It feels earned. It feels like something you deserve after working hard, after dealing with stress, after going through difficulty. And that is exactly why it is so powerful. Because it does not destroy you immediately. It weakens you slowly. Think about how most days unfold. You wake up, and instead of facing the day with intention, you ease into it. You reach for your phone. You delay action. You tell yourself you will start soon. But soon it will be later. And later tomorrow. This pattern repeats, quietly shaping your life. The Stoics understood something most people ignore. They understood that the human mind naturally seeks comfort. It avoids effort. It resists difficulty. And if you do not actively train against this tendency, it will take control of your life. That is why they practiced voluntary discomfort. They would wake early. They would endure the cold. They would simplify their lives. Not because they enjoyed suffering, but because they understood a deeper truth. If you become dependent on comfort, you become weak. And weakness does not show itself immediately. It reveals itself when life becomes difficult. When things do not go your way. When pressure increases. When challenges arise. At that moment, the person who has trained in comfort will break. But the person who has trained in discomfort will remain steady. Now consider this. Most people design their lives to eliminate discomfort entirely. They avoid difficult conversations. They avoid risks. They avoid anything that might challenge their identity or their sense of security. And over time, this avoidance becomes their reality. They stop growing. Not because growth is impossible, but because growth always requires discomfort. The harsh truth is this. Every time you choose comfort over growth, you are choosing to stay the same. And staying the same is not neutral. It is a slow form of decline. Because while you remain still, the world continues to move. Opportunities pass. Skills become outdated. Time moves forward. And one day, you realize that years have gone by, but nothing has changed. This is the comfort trap. It does not look like failure. It looks like stability. But beneath that stability is stagnation. And stagnation is the silent killer of potential. In the next chapter, we will uncover another illusion that keeps people trapped in this cycle, the illusion of time. Chapter 2, The Illusion of Time. Time is the most valuable resource you have, yet it is the one people treat with the least respect. Every day, people act as if time is unlimited. They postpone their goals. They delay their decisions. They tell themselves there is always more time. But this belief is an illusion. The Stoics kept a constant awareness of death, not out of fear, but out of clarity. They reminded themselves that life is short, unpredictable, and fragile. This awareness created urgency. It forced them to act, to prioritize, to focus on what truly matters. Most people avoid this reality. They do not want to think about the end of life, so they distract themselves. They fill their days with noise, entertainment, and trivial concerns. And in doing so, they lose sight of what truly matters. Think about how easily time disappears. Hours turn into days. Days turn into years. And because the change is gradual, it goes unnoticed. Until one day, it does not. One day, you look back and realize how much time has been wasted. Opportunities that were never taken. Goals that were never pursued. Potential that was never realized. And the worst part is this. You cannot get that time back. The harsh truth is simple. Every day you delay is a piece of your life you are giving away. And most people never succeed because they never feel the urgency to act now. They are waiting for the perfect moment. But the perfect moment does not exist. There is only one now. And if you do not use it, it will disappear like every moment before it. In the next chapter, we will break down why relying on motivation is one of the biggest mistakes people make. Chapter 3, Discipline over Motivation. Motivation feels powerful. It creates excitement. It gives you energy. It makes you believe you can change your life. But motivation is temporary. It is a feeling, and like all feelings, it fades. Most people build their entire lives around this unstable foundation. They wait until they feel motivated to start. They depend on inspiration to continue. And when that feeling disappears, so does their effort. This creates a cycle. Short bursts of action followed by long periods of inactivity. And this cycle leads nowhere. The Stoics understood that feelings are unreliable. They knew that if you want consistent results, you must rely on something deeper. That something is discipline. Discipline is not about feeling good. It is about doing what needs to be done, regardless of how you feel. It shows up when you are tired. When you are distracted. When you would rather do anything else. This is where real progress is made. Not in moments of inspiration, but in moments of resistance. The harsh truth is this. If you only act when you feel like it, you will never achieve anything meaningful. Because the path to success is not easy. It is repetitive. It is demanding. It requires consistency over long periods of time. And consistency cannot depend on emotion. It must be built on discipline. In the next chapter, we will confront a fear that silently controls millions of people. Chapter 4, The Fear of Judgment. The fear of judgment is one of the most powerful forces in human behavior. It controls what people say, what they do, and more importantly, what they avoid. Most people do not fail because they lack ability. They fail because they are afraid to be seen trying. Afraid to be judged. afraid to be criticized, afraid to fail in front of others. So they stay in safe environments. They limit their ambitions. They hide their true goals. And in doing so, they create a life that feels acceptable but never fulfilling. The Stoics understood that the opinions of others are outside your control. And anything outside your control should not determine your actions. But this is difficult to accept. Because as humans, we are wired to seek approval. We want to belong. We want to be accepted. But success often requires the opposite. It requires standing out. It requires taking risks that others are too afraid to take. It requires being misunderstood. The harsh truth is this. If you allow the fear of judgment to control you, you will spend your life living for other people. And in doing so, you will never become who you are capable of being. In the next chapter, we will explore the modern addiction that is destroying focus and productivity. Chapter 5: The Addiction to Distraction. Distraction is no longer something that happens occasionally. It has become the default state of modern life. From the moment you wake up to the moment you fall asleep, there is always something competing for your attention. A message. A notification. A new video. Another scroll. Another click. And the most dangerous part is this. It feels normal. You no longer question it. You no longer notice how often your attention is pulled away. It happens automatically, without resistance, without awareness. But the Stoics would see this very differently. They believed that attention is one of the most powerful forces you possess. Because wherever your attention goes, your life follows. If your attention is focused, your life becomes focused. If your attention is scattered, your life becomes scattered. Now consider this carefully. Most people cannot go more than a few minutes without reaching for stimulation. Silence feels uncomfortable. Stillness feels unnatural. So they fill every gap. Waiting in line becomes scrolling. Sitting alone becomes a distraction. Even moments of rest are consumed by noise. Over time, this constant stimulation rewires the mind. It reduces your ability to focus deeply. It weakens your patience. It trains your brain to seek quick rewards instead of meaningful effort. And this creates a serious problem. Because success does not come from shallow attention. It comes from depth. From long periods of uninterrupted focus. From thinking deeply. From working consistently on something that does not give immediate results. But most people can no longer tolerate that level of focus. They sit down to work, and within minutes, they are distracted. They check their phone. They open another tab. They switch tasks. They are always busy, but rarely productive. And this creates an illusion. The illusion of progress. It feels like you are doing something, but in reality, you are moving in circles. Chapter 6: The Refusal to Accept Reality. Reality is often simple. But it is rarely easy to accept. It does not always align with your expectations. It does not always feel fair. And most importantly, it does not adjust itself to protect your ego. Because of this, most people spend a large part of their lives resisting reality instead of working with it. They create stories to make themselves feel better. They shift blame onto others. They point to circumstances, bad luck, or unfair systems. And on the surface, these explanations feel justified. They protect your identity. They give you a reason for why things are not working. But beneath that comfort lies a dangerous consequence. The moment you stop taking responsibility, you lose the power to change anything. The Stoics understood this deeply. They believed that clarity is the foundation of all progress. Not optimism. Not wishful thinking. But clarity. Seeing things exactly as they are, even when it is uncomfortable. Because only when you see clearly can you act effectively. Now think about how often people avoid this. A person wants to be successful, but they do not examine their habits. They do not question how they spend their time. They do not measure their effort honestly. Instead, they say things like, the opportunity was not right. The timing was bad. Other people had an advantage. And sometimes, those things are true. But they are not the full truth. Because even in difficult circumstances, there are always choices. And those choices determine direction. The harsh truth is this. Most people are not where they want to be because of repeated decisions they made over time. Decisions to delay. Decisions to avoid. Decisions to stay comfortable. But accepting this is difficult. Because it forces you to confront something deeper. It forces you to admit that your current situation is not random. It is the result of patterns. Patterns of thinking. Patterns of behavior. Patterns of action. And once you see those patterns, you can no longer ignore them. This is why many people choose denial. Denial allows you to stay the same. It allows you to believe that things will change without you having to change. But that belief is an illusion. Nothing changes until you do. The Stoics would remind themselves of this constantly. They would ask, what is within my control, and what is not? And then they would focus only on what they could control. Their thoughts. Their actions. Their responses. This is where real power lies. Not in controlling the world, but in controlling how you respond to it. But most people do the opposite. They focus on things they cannot control. They worry about other people's opinions. They complain about circumstances. They resist situations that cannot be changed. And in doing so, they waste their energy. Energy that could have been used to improve their own lives. The harsh truth is this. You cannot change your life until you accept it as it is. Not as you wish it to be. Not as you think it should be. But as it actually is. Because acceptance is not surrender. It is awareness. It is the ability to see clearly without distortion. And once you have that clarity, you can begin to act with purpose. You can identify what needs to change. You can take responsibility for your actions. You can make decisions that move you forward. But without that clarity, you remain stuck. Repeating the same patterns. Making the same mistakes. Wondering why nothing changes. Now here is the deeper layer. Refusing to accept reality is often tied to the fear of discomfort. Because if you truly accept your situation, you are faced with a choice. Change, or remain the same. And change requires effort. It requires discipline. It requires stepping into the unknown. So instead of facing that challenge, many people choose to stay in denial. It feels easier at the moment. But over time, it leads to frustration, regret, and a sense of being trapped. Because deep down, you know the truth. You know what you are avoiding. You know what needs to change. But as long as you refuse to face it, nothing will move. The Stoics believe that truth, no matter how harsh, is always better than illusion. Because truth gives you direction. Illusion keeps you lost. The harsh truth is this. Your life will not improve until you stop lying to yourself. Until you stop making excuses. Until you stop blaming external factors for internal problems. Because the moment you take full responsibility, you take back control. And control is the starting point of all success. In the next chapter, we will go even deeper. We will explore the internal battle that determines everything. The battle between you and your own mind. Chapter 7, The Lack of Inner Control. There is a battle that most people never see clearly. It is not happening in the outside world. It is not between you and other people. It is not about circumstances, luck, or opportunity. It is happening within you. Every single day. Between what you know you should do and what you feel like doing. Between discipline and impulse. Between reason and emotion. And this is the battle that determines everything. The Stoics understood that the greatest form of power is not external control, but self-control. Because no matter how much you achieve, no matter how many opportunities you have, if you cannot control yourself, you will eventually lose it. Now think about how most people operate. They wake up with intentions, plans, goals. But as the day unfolds, those intentions begin to fade. They get distracted. They follow impulses. They react emotionally to situations. Instead of directing their day, they are pulled through it. And by the end of the day, they look back and wonder where the time went. This is not a lack of intelligence. It is a lack of control. Control over thoughts. Control over emotions. Control over actions. The Stoics trained this relentlessly. They observed their thoughts without immediately reacting to them. They questioned their impulses instead of obeying them. They created a space between stimulus and response. And in that space, they found freedom. Most people never develop this space. Their thoughts appear, and they immediately believe them. Their emotions rise, and they immediately act on them. Their impulses emerge, and they immediately follow them. There is no pause. No reflection. No control. And this creates a life that feels chaotic. Unpredictable. Driven by temporary states rather than long-term direction. Now here is the deeper truth. Your mind is not always working in your favor. It seeks comfort. It avoids effort. It reacts to short-term rewards. Left untrained, it will lead you toward what is easy, not what is meaningful. This is why self-control is so rare. Because it requires you to go against your immediate desires. It requires you to choose what is right over what feels good. To act based on principle, not emotion. The harsh truth is this. If you cannot control your impulses will control you. And when that happens, your life becomes reactive instead of intentional. You say things you later regret. You avoid things you know you should face. You delay actions that could change your future. And over time, these small moments of lost control accumulate. They shape your habits. They define your character. And eventually, they determine your outcomes. The Stoics believed that true freedom comes from mastering yourself. Not by suppressing emotions completely, but by understanding them. By recognizing that emotions are signals, not commands. You can feel fear without obeying it. You can feel discomfort without escaping it. You can feel doubt without stopping. This is what separates those who succeed from those who do not. Not the absence of negative thoughts or emotions, but the ability to act despite them. Now consider how often people wait to feel ready. They wait for confidence. They wait for clarity. They wait for the right emotional state. But those states are not prerequisites for action. They are often the result of action. And if you wait for them, you will remain stuck. The harsh truth is this. You will rarely feel like doing what is necessary. But you must do it anyway. This is discipline at its core. Not intensity, not bursts of effort, but consistent control over your actions. Even when it is difficult. Especially when it is difficult. Now here is the part most people avoid. Self-control is not built in moments of ease. It is built in moments of resistance. When you want to quit but continue. When you want to distract yourself but stay focused. When you want to react emotionally but remain calm. These moments are small, but they are powerful. Because each time you choose control, you strengthen it. And each time you give in, you weaken it. Over time, these choices shape who you become. The harsh truth is this. Your future is not determined by your intentions. It is determined by your ability to control your behavior in the present. And most people fail here. Not because they do not know what to do, but because they do not do it consistently. Because they allow their internal state to dictate their actions. Instead of the other way around. The Stoics reversed this. They built systems of thought and discipline that allowed them to act with purpose, regardless of how they felt. And this gave them stability. While others were reactive, they were steady. While others were impulsive, they were deliberate. While others were controlled by emotion, they were guided by reason. The harsh truth is this. If you do not take control of your mind will take control of you. And it will lead you toward comfort, distraction, and avoidance. The very things that prevent success. But once you begin to master it, everything changes. Your actions become consistent. Your focus becomes sharper. Your decisions become clearer. And with that, your life begins to move in a new direction. In the next chapter, we will confront the final truth. The one that most people spend their entire lives avoiding. The truth about pain and growth. Chapter 8, The Truth About Pain and Growth. There is one truth that sits at the center of all growth. Most people see it, feel it, and then turn away from it. Not because they do not understand it, but because they do not want to accept what it demands. The truth is this. Growth requires pain. Not occasional discomfort, not mild inconvenience, but real, sustained difficulty. The kind that tests your patience. The kind that challenges your identity. The kind that forces you to confront your limits. And this is where most people stop. They say they want success. They say they want to change their lives. But when they encounter the pain that comes with that change, they hesitate. They slow down. They look for an easier path. And eventually, they retreat. The Stoics approached this very differently. They did not see pain as something to avoid. They saw it as something to understand, to use, to grow through. They believed that hardship reveals who you are. Because when everything is easy, anyone can appear strong. Anyone can appear disciplined. Anyone can appear focused. But when things become difficult, your true nature is exposed. Your habits, your mindset, your level of discipline. Pain removes the illusion. It shows you exactly where you stand. Now consider how most people respond to difficulty. They interpret it as a sign that something is wrong. That they are not capable. That the path is not meant for them. That they should stop. But this interpretation is flawed. Difficulty is not a signal to stop. It is a signal that you are being tested. That you are being stretched beyond your current limits. And that is exactly where growth happens. The harsh truth is this. Everything you want exists on the other side of sustained effort and discomfort. There is no version of success that does not require sacrifice. No version of progress that does not involve struggle. No version of growth that does not include moments of doubt, frustration, and pain. But most people are not prepared for this. They expect progress to feel good. They expect results to come quickly. They expect the journey to be smooth. And when reality does not match those expectations, they lose momentum. They stop. And this is where they remain. Not because they reach their limit, but because they refuse to go beyond it. Now here is the deeper layer. Pain is not just something you endure. It is something that shapes you. Every time you face difficulty and continue, you build resilience. Every time you resist the urge to quit, you strengthen your discipline. Every time you push through discomfort, you expand your capacity. And over time, these changes accumulate. You become someone who can handle more. More pressure. More responsibility. More challenge. This is how transformation happens. Not in a single moment, but through repeated exposure to difficulty. The Stoics understood that avoiding pain does not eliminate it. It only delays it. If you avoid the pain of discipline, you will experience the pain of regret. If you avoid the pain of effort, you will experience the pain of stagnation. If you avoid the pain of growth, you will experience the pain of unrealized potential. The harsh truth is this. You cannot escape pain. You can only choose which type of pain you are willing to endure. And that choice determines your future. Now think about this carefully. Most people are already experiencing pain. The frustration of not making progress. The regret of missed opportunities. The dissatisfaction of knowing they could do more. But instead of using that pain as fuel, they try to escape it. They distract themselves. They numb themselves. They avoid thinking about it. And in doing so, they remain stuck. Because the pain never disappears. It stays beneath the surface, growing stronger over time. Until one day, it becomes impossible to ignore. The Stoics would say that pain is not your enemy. It is your teacher. It shows you where you are weak. It shows you where you need to improve. It shows you what you have been avoiding. And if you listen to it, if you face it, it will guide you toward growth. But if you run from it, it will follow you. The harsh truth is this. The life you want will demand more from you than you are currently giving. More discipline. More focus. More effort. More resilience. And until you are willing to meet that demand, nothing will change. Now here is the final realization. The difference between those who succeed and those who do not is not talent. It is not intelligence. It is not luck. It is their relationship with pain. Those who succeed learn to accept it. To move through it. To use it as a tool for growth. Those who do not spend their lives trying to avoid it. And in doing so, they avoid the very thing that would transform them. The harsh truth is this. Pain is the path. Not the obstacle. And once you understand this, everything changes. Because you stop running. And you start moving forward, no matter how difficult it becomes. This is where most people turn back. But this is also where everything begins to change. Conclusion. Most people will go through life never fully understanding why they remained where they are. They will look at others who succeeded and assume there was something different about them. More talent. More luck. Better timing. Better circumstances. And this belief will comfort them. Because it removes responsibility. It allows them to say that success was never truly in their control. But now you know that is not the truth. You have seen what actually holds people back. Not the world, but themselves. Not external barriers, but internal patterns. The comfort they refuse to leave. The time they believe they have. The discipline they never build. The judgment they fear. The distractions they cannot resist. The reality they avoid. The mind they fail to control. The pain they refuse to face. These are the real reasons most people never succeed. And they are not dramatic. They are not obvious. They are subtle, repeated daily, quietly shaping the direction of a life. That is what makes them dangerous. Because they do not feel like failures at the moment. They feel like small choices. Choices that seem insignificant. Until they accumulate. Until years pass. Until one day, the gap between who you are and who you could have been becomes impossible to ignore. This is where regret begins. Not from one big mistake, but from 1,000 small ones. Moments where you chose comfort over growth. Moments where you delay instead of acting. Moments where you knew what needed to be done, but did not do it. And the harsh truth is this. Those moments are always available. Right now. Every single day. You are constantly deciding who you are becoming. Through what you do. Through what you avoid. Through what you tolerate. This is where everything changes. Because once you see this clearly, you lose the ability to blame anything outside of yourself. And that may feel heavy. But it is also powerful. Because if your actions created your current reality, your actions can also change it. They understand what needs to change, but they do not change it. And so their lives remain the same. But you have a choice. To continue the same patterns. Or to break them. To keep delaying. Or to act. To keep avoiding discomfort. Or to face it. To keep reacting to your thoughts and emotions. Or to take control of them. This is not about making one big decision. It is about making small, consistent decisions. Every day. Choosing discipline when it is easier to quit. Choosing focus when it is easier to distract yourself. Choosing truth when it is easier to lie to yourself. Choosing growth when it is easier to stay comfortable. These choices will not feel dramatic. They will feel quiet. Almost invisible. But over time, they will transform everything. Because success is not a single moment. It is the accumulation of actions. And most people fail not because they cannot act, but because they do not act consistently. Now understand this clearly. There will never be a perfect moment. There will never be a time when everything feels aligned. There will always be discomfort. There will always be resistance. There will always be reasons to delay. And if you wait for those to disappear, you will wait forever. The harsh truth is this. You must act despite them. That is what separates those who move forward from those who remain where they are. Not perfection. Not certainty. But action. Relentless, consistent action. Now the responsibility is yours. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Now. Because the same forces that keep most people stuck are present in your life as well. The same distractions. The same fears. The same impulses. The same resistance. The only difference will be how you respond to them. Whether you follow them or whether you rise above them. This is the moment most people lose. Not because they do not understand, but because they do not commit. They listen. They agree. And then they go back to their old patterns. But if you choose differently, even slightly, even imperfectly, your path begins to change. Not instantly, but inevitably. Because direction matters more than speed. And once you begin moving in the right direction, progress becomes unavoidable. The harsh truth is this. Your life will not change until you do. But the moment you do, everything begins to shift. So the question is no longer why most people never succeed. You already know the answer. The question now is simple. What are you going to do about it? Final message. Now you see the truth. Not the comfortable version, but the real one. What holds people back? What must change? What it actually takes to move forward. The rest comes down to action. Not tomorrow. Not later. But now. Take one principle from this video and apply it immediately. That is how change begins. And if this message gives you clarity, do not keep it to yourself. Like this video, share your thoughts in the comments, and share it with at least 7 people who need to hear this. And if you are ready to build discipline, clarity, and real inner strength, subscribe to the Stoic Path. Because this is not just content. This is a path.